Hello and welcome to Speech Time with Miss McDonald. So today we're going to have speech time in the kitchen. Yes, I would like to change up the environment so we can remember that language is learned everywhere. This is also an environment in which you can bring your kids on in so they can learn some real life skills, because I know sometimes you want them to do the cooking. We're going to build some language and receptive language and expressive language. We're going to talk about ways we can use everyday items in the kitchen to build some activities that are fun for our kids, okay? So this video is for you parents, for you educators, for you to look at it, review it, and then do it with the kids. Let me know how you like it. And if you do, I want you to like it, I want you to subscribe, and then I want you to comment and let me know if it was helpful or if you think that'll be something that you will try with your kiddos. And then I want you to tell me if it worked and see if you know it was fun for you. Just let me know. Let me know. Okay. So we're going to be looking at some everyday items that we have in our homes. And if you don't have them, we can have substitutes. Something else that might work that's similar. Or next time on your next grocery run, buy some of these items and try it out. One of my favorites, delicious. I love pudding. Not Jell-O, but pudding. So we're gonna make some pudding today. And we're gonna talk about how pudding, simple activity, making pudding, can help your child build 1 to 2 step commands, build their vocabulary, and just teach them some basic life skills. We are also going to look at cornmeal. Now, cornmeal is something that, you don't really think about when you think about working with your kids, but we're going to bring out some cornmeal and we're going to think about ways in which we can use cornmeal to have some fun with our kids, to have some sensory fun. We're also going to be making some instruments with, yes, I said it, lentils. We're going to use some lentils to make an instrument. And I'm just going to show you a fun book to look at that you can actually make an instrument and read this book with your kiddos. All right, so let's get started. One, what you need in order for us to work on our pudding activity, you're definitely going to need some pudding. I chose vanilla. My favorite is chocolate. Tell me your favorite. We're going to first introduce the activity to your kiddo. Let them know we're gonna make a sweet treat. Bring them into the kitchen and show them the different items that we'll need and label them for your kiddo. So you're gonna say something like this. Today we're going to make pudding. Pudding comes in a powdery form. Teach them what powder is. Show it to them. Allow them to open the package and have them look at the pudding. What you want to do is give your child instructions, 1 to 2 step instructions, by simply stating things like, take the pudding out of the box. Let's open the pudding. See if they can follow those simple 1 to 2 step commands. Allow them to touch the pudding. We already talked about how it was powdery. Describe it using descriptive language. You can say, oh wow, this pudding is white and it feels powdery. Does something powdery feel hard or soft? Is it heavy or light? These are all concepts that you can teach your child simply from opening a package of pudding. Then you're going to give them that instruction to pour it on inside. Following that one command to just pour it in. You can even say, I want you to pour some of it in, then stop. So they can understand the concept of some. And then you can say, I want you to pour all of it inside. All of the pudding. You could ask them, is the bag empty or full? All these concepts while you're simply making pudding. We've gotten through just those first few steps. And then you're going to ask your child, I want you to find the milk. Again, you're asking them questioning. Can you find the milk? Where is it? Asking those WH questions. Have them locate the milk. This is the part where you assist them, or you might have a milky counter and you don't want that. So make sure you're helping them and say, I want you to pour the milk inside of our powdery substance. What color is the milk? What color is the pudding? Have them label with you. Now we're going to start to pour. Ask your child or your student, wow, look at the pudding. What color is it turning? What color do you see? Hopefully they'll be able to tell you that it's turning a little yellow. And you're gonna ask them to pick up the whisk. You're gonna teach them this new tool, and of course if you don't have a whisk, you can use a spoon, something else that might work. And you're going to whisk up that pudding, making sure that of course you're following the directions that's on the pudding, because sometimes it's made differently, but this is how mine is. And you're going to whisk, 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 or you're going to give them that instruction to stir, stir, stir. This is a great way to practice giving verbs, having them follow these one-step commands. If you're using a simple measuring tool like mine, definitely practicing fractions, because my ingredients called for 2 cups of milk. So I haven't poured all of my cups of milk because cooking is like an experiment. And I want them to see how our substance is changing by just adding some milk, but not all of it. Ask them what's happening with the pudding. Is it thick? Is it thin? Do you think it smells sweet or sour? What color does it look now? What do you think will happen if we add more milk? These are all questions that you can ask your kiddo, because cooking is nothing but science, like a big science experiment. So you're supposed to whisk the pudding for at least 2 minutes and then let it cool inside of your refrigerator. I'm gonna keep whisking and whisking and whisking away, and I'm gonna add a little bit more milk. I want you to, again, ask your kiddo, what do you think will happen? Make a prediction. These are great ways to get questioning in there. I added a little bit more milk because I like my pudding really, really, really thick. So I'm going to keep whisking, 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 whisking. Ask them, what does it look like now? What happened since we added more liquid to our pudding concoction? And I want you to make sure that you're just having this time with your child to have fun. Since there's no egg or anything in this product, you can even have them take a dip and taste it. Ask them what it tastes like. Is it sweet? Is it salty? Is it sour? Make some predictions about what it might taste like before you have them taste it. And keep having them whisk for 2 minutes. You can even use a timer and see how long they can whisk for before they quit, because their hands are too tired to keep going. Now, while this is waiting to set, we have other activities to do. So let's put this to the side. Ooh, ooh. You're supposed to put it in the refrigerator to set, and then of course afterwards, enjoy your pudding time. Another quick tip of things and activities you can do with pudding. I should do a whole video on pudding because it's great, but activities you can do with pudding: paint. You can use pudding as paint. I'm not kidding. You can add some food coloring, make it whatever color you like. Have your kids use it as finger paint. Get some paper, they can eat it, it's fine. Draw what you want and make pudding paint. It's a fun activity to do. You can also use pudding to practice numbers or letters by using the same finger painting pudding technique. Put your finger in, write your numbers. It's a fun way to practice some of our basic skills with a substance that we all like. Pudding. Oh, this is getting nice and thick. Oh, my favorite. Okay, so we're gonna put this to the side and we're going to look into cornmeal. So cornmeal is one of my fan favorites. I have worked in homes where I have gone into homes and provided speech therapy for families. I've worked in schools and I have worked in private practice, and I'm telling you, cornmeal works. So you're looking at this and you're like, what are you gonna do with cornmeal? What I typically do is I grab cornmeal. I don't always get it stone ground. I like it to be a bit more grainy because cornmeal feels like sand. Kids like to play with sand, but this is kind of sand that you can actually put in your mouth, and it's gonna be okay if they get it in their mouth. So I typically get some cornmeal. I have my kiddos pour it into some type of container. I typically don't pick a glass one for obvious reasons, but I typically pick a plastic container that the child can put their hands in and just explore the cornmeal. And before you know it, you have your own personal sand pit. You can have your child just scoop their hands in and allow them to feel it, pick up and pour. Ask them questions. What does it feel like? Is it soft? Is it hard? Is it sticky? What color do you see? Is it green? Is it purple? Is it yellow? Can you make a rainstorm? What's happening? The sand is raining. I also like to do an activity where if you have magnetic letters or if you have shapes from puzzles, throw them in and hide them and have your kids dig it out and find those shapes, find letters, find numbers. If you have your kids have puzzle pieces that are dinosaurs or anything that's kind of small that can fit under here, make it a fun activity where they can engage in sensory play, but still have some basic concept practice, practicing their letters or their shapes or their numbers. It's fun for the whole family. I love this activity because one, it's messy fun, and kids kind of like to see you have messy fun with them. And I also enjoy it because you really get to see your child just engage and you follow their lead a bit. Oh, you can put the shapes and colors and whatever inside here, and you can say, oh, what did you find? Having them answer WH questions. Or they get so excited, they dig and dig and dig, and they pick out something that they really like, and they're excited to show you what it looks like. And I like that back and forth engagement. It's something fun, but it's also educational. So something simple, cornmeal. I told you, didn't think it was gonna be something that you would like to do, but it's your own personal sand pit. Quick tip, cleaning up is not fun. One thing I like to do if you go to the dollar store or at your local grocery store, a lot of times they have plastic tablecloths. I will typically put this on the floor. I'll put the plastic tablecloth down. That way, if a lot spills out, you know what I do at the end? I pick up the cornmeal. I take the plastic tablecloth, and all I do is air it out outside, and then I still have the plastic tablecloth to use for another time. It's quick cleanup. That way you can continue to use that plastic product and you can continue to not have a mess all over your carpet or your nice floor. All right, moving on to what's next. I said we were gonna make an instrument. I bet you're wondering, what are we gonna make with lentils? So, I really enjoy reading books about music. I think our kids really enjoy hearing music. So one thing I like to do is create instruments with the kiddos. So I'm going to pair the instrument I'm going to be creating with this wonderful book called Music Is. I love this book. It's super cute. I definitely will read this book in another video, so make sure you check out the next one I'm gonna read with Music Is and the instrument that we're about to make, because it's a simple book with really, really cool graphics on the inside. It's really multicultural and I love it. And it just goes through music. And a sensory activity we can tie with this is making a maraca. So, if you have a container in your home that's simple, you could pick it up and have a lid to cover it. Make sure you grab one of those, and all you're gonna be doing is pouring some of the lentils inside that cup. You can also do this with a plastic bottle, like a plastic drinking bottle. You could just simply get one of those mini plastic drinking bottles, or if you have a big bottle of Dasani or Deer Park or whatever water that you choose to drink because you like to drink bottled water, get one of those, open it up, put some of these lentils inside, and you've created your own maraca. You don't need a whole lot, just a few so you can get that sound going. You're gonna close it up. And you know what? You're gonna turn the music on and you're gonna dance with your kiddo. You're gonna read this book, or you're gonna turn on their favorite songs. You know they're still listening to Old Town Road and they know all the lyrics. Or you're gonna bring out the Troll song because they still love that, and the new movie just came out. And you're just gonna enjoy yourself making an instrument and dancing with your kiddo. hope these activities were fun for you. I hope there's something that you can implement and practice with your kiddos at home. If it was fun, if it's something that you think you can do, but you might switch it up a bit, great. Put a comment down, like it, and subscribe so that we can have this be a collaboration. I love supporting you, and I hope that this video was supportive. And again, if it was, make sure you like it and subscribe so I can continue to make more content to support you guys at home building speech and language skills. I'll check you out next time. Adios.